I'm gonna be making a soup. A nice, hearty, healing, anti-inflammatory, beautiful soup with the fresh roots. Hi everyone. Guess who I have here? Turmeric. So, welcome if you've never been here before. My name is Cindi, and this is Cindy's Sacred Garden, where you can learn all of these wonderful, easy harvesting techniques, growing, and so much more. And today I am focusing on turmeric. I feel like pea soup, or in this case, I'm gonna do a lovely roasted carrot. I do the carrots and I roast them up so the flavor is really intense and more woody. It's just earthy. And then I add in ginger and turmeric and garlic, and then I'll do something like coconut milk and puree it with my stick blender, and it just really does wonders on a really cold day and when you're not feeling well. So here I go. I want to show you. I think you can see in here, this was a pretty big bulb of different tubers of turmeric that was gifted to me in early spring. I put it in the ground. She already had been producing turmeric on a beautiful farm that they're all organic. So it's a lovely gift. And I'm gonna utilize what I can out of the roots. So this is root medicine time. I don't harvest anything really much above except for some comfrey leaves. And in this case, I'm gonna show you that turmeric grows. I'm in 7A. It can grow pretty well in more warmer temperature zones, but it may do well for you if you have a nice warm summer. And then you can overwinter it. So I will be putting some tubers back in the ground, covering it with a lot of straw or leaves, and it'll redevelop for next year. For spring, it'll start growing. So let me take you on down and show you what I got going on here. All right, so right here, I kind of got my shovel in. My ground is really deep here. Has a lot of compost. I already had put my straw on to cover any bare soil so that it would protect the soil and its nutrients and also stop weeds from coming, which wouldn't be much in the fall. And then I've got all my baby calendulas coming up, which Wednesday morning we're supposed to hit like possibly teens. So I'm gonna harvest all my calendula and then cover them literally with straw to protect them and see if I can still get more too, because they're still flowering. See if I can keep them going just for a little bit longer. So right here, I got my shovel underneath here. I can feel a root system. Let me move this. Some people actually let their turmeric grow for about 2 years. So the first season, it may not be as big as what you want it to, but I knew by the size of the leaves and what I originally put in that it had doubled, if not tripled in size of what was gifted to me. So you want to pay attention to how much you have planted in the spring. You see that wheelbarrow back there? Yes, that's my trusty watering situation where I'm gonna get all of the soil that's gonna be all over these roots, the turmeric roots. You see how yellow they are? This plant, if I didn't take it out of the ground in this year, next year, it would have shot up the most beautiful flower that smells amazing, almost like turmeric, but even sweeter. And I'll see if I can find a picture of it and I'll put it in here. It's just beautiful, white and gorgeous. So I'm just starting to, right here, take off pieces that want to come off by themselves. You see that? So I'll choose which one I'll put back in the ground and then cover with deep in the ground. So I'll put this down about a good 5-6 inches. And then the soil on top. And then I will cover it with my straw to protect it during the winter months of some freezing temperatures. And in spring, I mark where it's gonna be and she'll come back on up. And then I'll get a new set of turmeric for the season. So the nice thing about turmeric is that fresh turmeric is you can make turmeric paste, you can juice your turmeric root, you'll get more anti-inflammatory properties by having the fresh root. Now it's really pungent. So if you're gonna juice with a root, you only use a small amount, and an apple will help. A sweeter type of an apple will help break down the strongness of the flavor of turmeric. Now remember that you're gonna see the roots are gonna be yellow. That is a natural dye, and it's used in the industry for many, many things. So when it starts drying, it then can become a dye. So when you work with it on your countertops, if you powder it, you'll want to be super careful. It will stain your counters, bowls. You'll immediately want to wipe it off. And in our shop, we use isopropyl alcohol right away. So see how easy it is? Once you start getting the dirt off, you're gonna wanna clean between, because you're gonna wanna find, you could just plant one of these. You know, if you only got a small harvest, just put back in your ground down like this. So this would go down in, as you can see, that's how it grows. So it comes down, and here's the little extra baby roots. But you could cut off these that you would want to keep. In this case, I'm definitely going to be using some of the fresh and juices. And then I'm going to be making a soup. A nice, hearty, healing, anti-inflammatory, beautiful soup with the fresh roots. Yeah, so you just slowly pull them apart. You just see, oh, did you see that? So this was perfect. This one was so heavy that it fell off, that this is the one I'm going to put back in the ground. It has plenty of roots that will re-root themselves, and then the bulbs of turmeric, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are going to go and restart all over for spring and give me about this size of turmeric again next year. I'm going to go ahead and put these in my wheelbarrow, turn on my hose and wash these off, and then air dry them for a couple days on my counter. I wouldn't want to put them in the fridge when after I wash them, they can rot or get moldy. So I want them to dry a little bit and see how easy they just pull right on off. I want to be able to let this outer skin dry a little bit before I put it in the fridge, but I don't want it to over dry out on my counter. You can also go ahead and chop up for the paste that you can freeze and pull out. Like you can do a paste with it, pound it out, or put it in like a Vitamix or like a Ninja Bullet. And you could do it even with a little olive oil if it's getting stuck in your container that you use. And then fill up ice cube trays and let those freeze. Olive oil will freeze, guys. And then put them have the single cubes and pop them in during the winter months into your smoothies, your soups, your stews, stir fries, golden milk. You'd want to do coconut milk instead of olive oil, unless you don't mind a little olive oil. But here I go. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. And happy harvest, happy life. This is what fall root medicine's all about. Stay tuned.